LeBron James has spoken about the upcoming finale between OKC and the Pacers, and it seems like the King himself believes a lot in the progress that the Eastern Conference competitor has put out there. It's news that OKC fans and players won't like, but it's the harsh reality that they might have to face. They are, at the end of the day, facing a team that has proven NBA champions in their ranks. But what did LeBron have to say about the Pacers, and more importantly, will this influence the mindset of OKC, a team that is considered a heavy favorite ahead of the matchup?
I think Indiana played well. I mean, we could say that we didn't play as well tonight, but I feel like you had to be out there to kind of feel it, man. They were just flying around, and then they were shooting the ball well. Some of those guys turned in Michael Jordan or whatever, and we was like, man, what is going on? Like, we couldn't figure it out.
There is no doubt that a lot of NBA fans and experts believe this year's finale between the Thunder and the Pacers is one of the least wanted ones in the world of the NBA, but that is just a mainstream belief that we shouldn't pay too much attention to. The Pacers made it to the ECF last year, and now they are finally through to the NBA Finals, facing a young team in OKC with the MVP, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, leading the way. But according to LeBron, we must pay a lot of attention to the Pacers and how their team is structured, praising the leader Tyrese Halliburton and the head coach Rick Carlisle for the massive progress they've made in the past couple of months. Elaborating further on this, LeBron said, "The head coach and the head player are in unison. This might look like random basketball, but it's actually a result of deep connection and trust. It's impressive to see a team so tightly knit on and off the court. You can tell Halliburton's mainframe is absorbing all the knowledge and details. He is a great person and a great kid who consistently shows dedication regardless of the playing time." It's not a secret that LeBron always paid credit where it's due, and the King said that he is not surprised by the NBA Finals run for Halliburton. Most NBA fans didn't predict that this Pacers team would get as far as they did, but as we speak, they are the last team alive from the Eastern Conference. And for LeBron, it all comes down to dedication and hard work. And when elaborating on this to a greater extent, the King himself said, "Hallie is one of those ones. The success is not happening because it came out of the blue. It's happening because of Hallie and that team. They're built perfectly for that group. We would often play free throw games after practice. It would be me, him, Ant, and AD. We would just try to talk smack to one another, get somebody off their line." To enter the finals with the King himself supporting the other team and praising them for what they've done in the series so far is not a good look for the Thunder squad. Of course, this could serve as a further motivation to prove him wrong, but at the end of the day, it's additional pressure on their already questioned trip here, primarily because of SGA's style of playing. A massive ace that the Pacers will have up their sleeve is the presence of Siakam. He is a proven champion with the Raptors, and Pascal will make sure to translate this success in the finals, when it matters the most. As anticipation grows, the Lakers superstar has shared his own view on the 2019 NBA champion, and believes that he is going to be a key story in the entire 2025 finals. Elaborating further on this, James said, "They've also got guys who have won a championship before. Pascal has won a championship with the Raptors. They've got guys that are not afraid of the moment and guys that are not afraid to fail." In the ECF against the Knicks, Siakam averaged 24.8 points, 5 rebounds, and 3.5 assists per game, shooting a massive 52.4% from the field and 50% from behind the arc. It was definitely worthy of winning the ECF MVP award, which was topped by the 31-point performance in the series deciding Game 6. But the bigger challenge awaits now, where they would have to go on and take on the 68-win OKC Thunder, the team that has the brilliant MVP in SGA, a player who is able to draw fouls from literally any type of contact made against him. The prediction, as you can already imagine, is that the Pacers are not going to survive the fast-paced team of the Thunder, and with the odds stacked against them, Indiana has 0 to no margin for errors. Even though they know this better than anyone else, they are showing few signs of concern. In LeBron's eyes, Halliburton has already passed the test, and the King believes that now it's the perfect time to deliver a historic performance, when it matters the most. And one of the main reasons why LeBron has such trust in Hallie and the Pacers is the offensive end of their team. team. Together with Steve Nash, James has gone on to analyze this part of Indiana's gameplay, comparing it to the defense of the Thunder. It's a controlled, constant chaos, a system that keeps defenders constantly alert, but it would be extremely hard to execute against a team that is ranking very high on the defensive end. According to LeBron, this part of the Thunder's gameplay is not something to joke around with, and when talking about it to a greater extent, he said, "Their defense is like 15 guys on a puppet string. Every player moves together. You slide, you move, I move." So what does this mean for the Thunder? It's not a secret that the pressure is going to be mounted on them a lot more than you could imagine, because they are facing the underdogs that the Pacers are in this matchup. When you are entering a matchup as an underdog, the pressure is definitely not as much on your side as it is on theirs. Even though Haliburton is an all-star, he is not the MVP of the league, as SGA will be looking to secure the title and become the first regular season MVP to do so since Steph Curry pulled it off back in 2015. What is very interesting to see is the average age of both teams. We are truly seeing history in the making, with the Thunder's average being 24.7 years, while the Pacers' average stands at 26.2. The record since the NBA-ABA merger, with an average age of 24.5 years, is held by the Trailblazers back in 1977, but even though the Thunder are the more favorable team to win this matchup, we must not forget about the experience that the Pacers are entering this matchup with. Rick Carlisle won a championship back with the Mavs in 2011. He could become the fourth head coach in NBA history to win at least one ring with multiple franchises, joining Alex Hannum, Pat Riley, and Phil Jackson. So what are the bookies saying? It seems like the Pacers will be the go-to card for the NBA Finals. And when talking about this, Johnny Avello, the director of sportsbook operations for DraftKings, went on to say, "It's the odds of the series, making people think it's going to turn off the bettors, but it's not. We're taking a lot of Pacers money on the series, and we've taken a lot of Pacers money the last 6 weeks." Entering into the finals, the Thunder is a heavy -700 favorite to win the finals, which means that if you bet $700 on them to win it, you'll receive a payout of $800, a margin of $100. On the flip side, the underdog of the Pacers is worth +500, meaning that a bet of $500 on them to win it would pay out $1,000 of $100 will land you a profit of $500 and a total payout of $600. It's a different look, and according to Avello, it will write a big business story thanks to the massive opportunities that are presented in front of the bettors. With all this in mind, what do you think about LeBron James' statement regarding the Pacers and Haliburton? And more importantly, do you think Indiana is ready to pull off the greatest surprise story in the history of the NBA? Let us know in the comments below, and once you do that, make sure to click on the video that appears on your screen right now.